can see, Tom's up. I mean, look at the amount of muscle he's gaining. He's also getting a lot stronger here. Watch him as he hits these hat-filled safety squats here. He actually gets up to over 700 pounds here this week, so it's a huge improvement. And you got to remember, Tom's 6'8". So the depth, I think, you can still get a tad lower, but we're definitely improving there. Heavy sled drags here. And if you've ever tried these before, these are one of the ultimate quad builders today. Because to this workout, Tom's hitting very heavy upper legs, thighs. He's hitting very heavy lower back, medium biceps, medium triceps. I mean, because we varied the split up quite a bit, as you're going to see over the next 3 weeks. So that it's not going to be so much we're hitting a certain body part a certain day. It's going to be a little more varied than that. And he's hitting the leg presses here, and leg presses obviously can be very helpful. It's part of a giant set here, and you can see these body weight squats here as the little boy looks on in awe. I mean, you got to realize Tom's very fatigued at this point, and he actually has very good mobility for a guy that's 6'8". A lot of guys can't even squat all the way down, even with weight in their back. So then, check out Tom here, hitting some heavy upper back. Even these pull-ups right here, if they're not so-called weighted, you got to realize that Tom's got up to 345 pounds this week. So I mean, this is huge right here. Getting good contractions there. Good full range of motion at the bottom. And if you look at all these videos and make of various people that are setting records and doing great things, one of the key elements that kind of we beat in over and over is the increased upper back frequency. Tom's overhead press is coming up very nicely, as you can see here. All day and twice on Sunday. Boom. So look at Tom getting that good peak contraction at the top at night. I mean, he's really filling the muscle out there. He's not concentrating so much on the movement, actually concentrating on the muscle. We can get a better extension at the bottom. See how his arms aren't fully locked at the bottom. He can get that better. And because with this slight incline right here, what we're trying to do is actually get a little bit of a stretch there. But the hammer curls, he's really nailing it here, getting a good stretch to the bottom. Working that brachialis here, the grapefruit muscle under the biceps that helps really build that peak, and obviously increases strength here. Wrist roller. This is an oldie but goodie. Great for obviously any kind of grip form strength here, but it's also great for actually muscular development, because I mean, any situation where there's somebody that's kind of been in the yard, been on the street or wherever, they can always size you up by your forearms. Boom. Look at that bench press. Great speed here. Putting maximum force into the barbell each set, each rep, without maximizing without sacrificing technique or tightness. With great technique there. Seal rows right here. This is, to me, this is one of the ultimate upper back builders. And to get in a little tangent here, a lot of these so-called personal training organizations and stuff like the NSCA and stuff, they'll recommend, as part of the upper body day, you're going to do the bent over rows, and the next day you're going to deadlift. But the fact of the matter is, those are very fatiguing in the lower back. The seal row can maximize the work your upper back's doing and minimize the fatigue of the lower back there. So here we go. Tom doing some push-ups and pull-ups on one of his lighter days. I mean, lighter relatively. If you're doing pull-ups weighing 345 pounds and multiple reps on push-ups, obviously, that's not light, but his work capacity is so high at this point. It's amazing kind of what we can so-called get away with. Look at that. Boom. Okay, here's the lateral raises. You can get a tad higher there, but he's doing a good job of keeping his palm down like that, so he can really isolate that middle deltoid and not become a trap dominant movement there. I think we can get a tad more, tad stricter here, but with advanced lifters like Tom, he's so in tune with that mind-muscle connection. Even what could appear to be like using a little momentum is not the case. He's focusing on working that muscle. I mean, it's almost like he visualizes that the middle of his shoulder hitting that wall out to the side. Boom. Very good in the lateral raises here. Look at that shoulder development here. Muscle and tension. Concentrate on the muscle you're working at, not so much the movement. It's so funny when these so-called functional trainers, act like muscles aren't important. Obviously, when you're maxing out in a squat or doing a real heavy bench press, you're not trying to think of maximally contracting your pecs, but at the same time, when you're doing these isolation movements, you have to think about actually working the muscle. To me, this is one of the ultimate rear delt builders right here. These partial pulses like this. Learned this one from John Meadows. Hell of an exercise. So here we go right here. Once you get the tune of this, you can really start to load these up and get really comfortable with them. Tom's gotten really more comfortable with them, and his shoulders have grown all around because of these amazing, if you see the development over the last few weeks. I mean, what I say, like a picture is worth 1,000 words, video is worth 10,000 words. Tom maximally developing the rear delts here on the reverse fly. Palms pointed down like that to maximally recruit the rear delts. Looks awesome. Tom's definitely building the boulders for shoulders. So all this commentary and stuff's kind of cute, but at the end of the day, we're all about results. And as you can see, it's happening. And keep in mind here, no matter how much knowledge we drop, it's all about Tom putting the work in. Tom's not scared, and he's willing to do the work that most people won't. He's saved a lot of money to make this thing happen, and he's actually taking it to the bank. So here we go. Good job, Tom.